On today's kayaking adventure, I paddle 15 kilometers to visit 4 different lakes with 0 portages. What a beautiful day to be on the water. Back in northeastern Ontario, not too far from the town of Espanola, probably about a 30-minute drive from the center of town. And we're on Hannah Lake. There are more camps on this lake than I thought I saw on satellite image, but it shows how closely I looked at that. But there's lots of wilderness to be found here. Undeveloped wilderness, that is, Crown land. So we're going to go scout the shoreline and see if we can't find us a campsite for the future. Don't know if you can see that, but we're leaving Hannah Lake proper and heading, I think, northeast into Little Hannah Lake. Hopefully there won't be any camps or cottages, but time will tell, we'll see. But it's a beautiful lake on a beautiful day. I'm not complaining. Beautiful boreal forest all around me. We're actually not that far from the northern boundary of Killarney Provincial Park. We're very close as the crow flies. Like, I don't know, it could probably take less than half an hour. Whereas if I had to drive to the gate at Killarney Provincial Park, it would probably take over 2 hours from where I am. So, yeah, it's a beautiful country out here. Got a great day for a paddle. And nice to be back in northeastern Ontario. Did a little bit of traveling this season out west and then over to Scotland. But I'm finally back at home. And you know what? I'll take this any day. This is just as beautiful here as it is anywhere else, I think. And if you haven't been to northeastern Ontario, I think you should come here. And that's my plug for Northern Ontario tourism. Such a peaceful lake. Whoa! It was shallower than I thought it was. That's the way I roll in a kayak. If I'm not hitting something, I'm not doing it right. So we're pretty much at the end of this bay of Hannah Lake, and it looks like there's a narrow creek that's going to lead to a smaller version of Hannah Lake called Little Hannah Lake. And we're going to see if we can get through this creek without getting our feet wet. And there it is. Camp's in sight. I'm scouting this lake to find a nice secluded place to pitch a tent and camp later in the year. With no cottages anywhere along these shorelines, Little Hannah Lake looked quiet and inviting. And though I see a couple of sites that look promising, it doesn't take long to realize they will not work for me. I was hoping Little Hannah Lake would offer some nice, peaceful camping opportunities, but it doesn't look like it's going to work out. Scenic and as free of camps as this lake is, there are boats in here fishing, and that's not too bad. But what it is that would really bother me is that we're right beside a road, and this road has actually got a fair amount of traffic on it. Every 5 minutes you hear a vehicle rolling by. It's pretty loud, actually. But when they're not rolling by, it's so quiet. See if that loon will let us get closer to it. They never do. They don't like me. This is really quite a special place, though. Glad I found this little lake in here. Wasn't that hard to find. Or get to. Actually, it was pretty easy to get to. The local little guy. I was disappointed I couldn't get a good shot of the loon with my camera. So when I got home, I used my artistic ability to create a lasting memento of this wildlife experience. Alright, so it doesn't look like there's going to be much on that northern shore where the boats are fishing. So we're going to cut directly across here, head more to the east. And just like that, we're across to the other side. There's still a bit more of an eastward paddle to do, but not much. And then we'll follow the southern shore back. The tree stump has an angry looking face on it. So this is the end of Little Hannah Lake. Kind of marshy, swampy, kind of what you'd expect. And we're going to start making our way back. And if I can find a spot to pull out and have a bite to eat, I'm going to do that. So we'll see you then. With my tour of Little Hannah Lake complete, my plan is to head back to the boat launch and call it a day. But the day is still young, and I know there are 2 other lakes just south of here that are worth checking out. And they will draw me toward them if for no other reason than just to say that I've been there. So this is Lang Lake, and if I'm not mistaken, we're now inside Killarney Provincial Park. I'll verify that when I get home in case I'm wrong, but I know we're very close, and I did see the sign recently for the park boundary being here. So here's our quick and only look at Lang Lake. It's quite a long, narrow lake. It heads back toward Highway 6. Alright, so I think I've gone as far as I'm going to go today from the boat launch. Been into Hannah Lake, been into Little Hannah Lake, back to Hannah Lake. Then I paddled southward down to Lang Lake, and I'm just ducking my head into this little lake here. I don't know the name of it, but I'll look it up when I get back. And it looks nice too. But it was just kind of neat to visit 3 little lakes in one paddle. And it's time to turn around and head for home. But before doing that, I pull up on shore to recap my day. Alright, today's been a bit more adventurous than planned. I decided I was feeling pretty good and didn't want to head home just yet, so instead of going to the boat launch, I turned left and headed south toward Lang Lake, which represents the northern boundary of Killarney Provincial Park. So I made it to Lang Lake and then turned around and then came back into this lake. I don't know the name of it, but I'll look it up when I get home. So pretty much as far as I'm going to go today, it's time to head back. I think I've got about 3 or 4 kilometers back to the boat launch. Not too bad, but a fair amount of open water. Not much to see, so I probably won't show much on camera. Well, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching.